Hello, 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 and everybody. Welcome to the commentary zone. As you enter the room, please don't forget to give us a little thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and notification bell, and tell a friend. Off we go to the races. Hip, hip, hooray. This felt like a really edited down, shortened, truncated season. Thank God, because this was team too much. We are going to be talking about Polyfamily season 1, episode 5, which is Along Came Polly, and episode 6, which is Polyfidelity, which was the season finale. Um, I'm so glad this show is over. I'm just done. I'm just done with this. What are your thoughts, Paul?
So here's the thing. This wouldn't have been bad if they had produced it better. And what I
Mhm,
mean by that is that yes, we need like an episode or two to get to know the family, right? I'll give you 2 episodes for that. But
mhm,
they could have left out the whole like whose child is it? Y'all could have
mhm,
left that out. We needed side characters sooner. We need to see Lexi, not Lexi. We need to see, well, yes, we need to see Lexi. We should have saw her from the very beginning. Like,
mhm,
we could have started off with Taya, like, I like this girl. She's my friend, but I
mhm,
kind of think she real cute. We could have started off there, right? Then we could
mhm.
have also met, not met Alicia's emotionally absent father who won't talk to her on camera due to his lack of support for their lifestyle. We could have had like that drama back and forth.
Mm,
Then, so those are two side characters. Who's the other side character? Oh,
mhm.
Taya's mama, who looked younger than her. We could have had her on the show from the very beginning.
We
Like
kind of almost did have her from the beginning, though, because she's the
almost,
only parent that's been in there.
yes. But we need more of her because the scene where she set her down and talking about like whose Google was he using? Because let me look it up. Mom looked up and the first thing that popped up is that Sean was wrong. The first thing.
But I
So
told you the same
we
thing because
did,
I did
yeah.
the same thing. And I honestly feel like it was storyline because
Right.
when she brought it back to the quad, everything has to come back to the quad. She's like, I never would have thought to question Sean. Red flag. Why? My life is spent questioning people.
Thank you.
And he never gets anything wrong. It's not his research is not his strong suit. But also when she told him, he smirked. He looked it up immediately because that's just him, but he smirked because he was looking over at Tyler to see how hurt Tyler was. I think that was a setup from the beginning. And I think it was done from production to hurt Tyler.
Right. I think they kind of felt Tyler was a fan favorite.
Uh,
He was too liked. That's just my opinion. They will do that as a fan favorite. Someone's too well liked, then they'll try to shaft him at the end.
Well, I'm thinking that because I think something probably happened during filming to make the edit
Mm,
change on him because they already
okay.
knew they had one douchebag. But maybe they just didn't like Tyler for opening up and exposing his family to these two predators. Yeah, I said it. Taya and Sean are predators.
Mm. Reddit with production. Debbie said it. I'm not gonna sit here and
That's in
disagree with
my
her.
opinion. That's in my opinion. I have great concerns for all of those children in there. I have great concerns that Taya and Sean are the only ones talking about the passing away of Alicia and Tyler and getting their kids, and it's not the other way around. Say what now? How is it that they are only planning for the demise of two people when it ain't all four of them? You see what I'm saying? Like, I had
Well,
real major problems with that.
two of them have nothing to lose. So what do you expect? Just saying.
So if Tweedledee and Tweedledum, the predators, in my opinion,
Hmm.
so if something happened to them, where they kids going?
to his ex-wife.
It's not making any sense how they are talking about it.
Right. It's not basically you're saying it's not equitable across the board.
No,
It's all very
no.
one-sided here. But like I
Verbally,
said,
it's very one sided. Yes.
right, but think about like one side it has everything, the other side has nothing. They're unemployed.
But
So
if it's supposed to be all about the children, like how they've been saying from the beginning, this is what I know they don't got a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of. His clogs or Crocs or whatever they were spoke volumes to me. And I swear he had on the same pair of socks from the beginning of the season.
it was all about the children. And no offense, but if it was all about the children, y'all would have jobs.
If it were
Sorry.
all about the children, they wouldn't have been in
Tia,
this situation
thank
in
you.
the first place.
Right? But they started off as swingers, right? If I
Yes,
recall. See,
yes.
that's the thing there. That's the thing.
But
So was the
let's
swinging
call
all
a
about the
thing a
children
thing.
too? Was the swinging all about the children too? We have to ask that question.
Tyler was about the swinging. Let's just say what it is, because Alicia is not about swinging. Alicia's doing this to keep her husband.
Right. Now that you said that, this brings me to the first point, and it's jumping around, I understand.
Hmm.
And I want to know if you noticed this. Now,
Hmm.
Tyler, you could tell Tyler does not play about Alicia. Let's call a thing on that. He does not play about his wife.
Hmm.
In this scene, when they were talking about her mother's passing, he said that, I've known Alicia a long time. I've been with her, we've been together a long time, but not long enough for her to meet that met her mother. He's
Hmm.
when she goes through these things,
Hmm.
I feel helpless. There's nothing I can do. All
Hmm.
I can do is be there for her.
Hmm.
That's my wife. Now I'm gonna take that part.
Hmm.
Notice, have you noticed that he says he loves Alicia, right?
Hmm.
I've never heard him say that he loves Taya. Now,
Hmm.
I'm going to shift over to Sean.
Hmm.
Sean is Taya's husband.
Hmm.
Sorry, unless my ears have selective hearing, I've heard Sean say he loves Alicia. I have not heard Sean say that he loves Taya. And that took me back to what you was always said.
Hmm.
Taya, it's all about the sex. That's pretty much what she's there
Hmm.
for. Sex and childbearing, right? That's what she's
Hmm.
there for. Alicia is the woman, the mom, you know, because like I said, it's the way Tyler talks about Alicia. Now I'm going back to Sean's portion.
Hmm.
Remember the scene where Alicia was mad at Sean for not respecting her boundaries about sex. Now, do I disagree with Alicia? Yes. We'll get to that later. But in that
Hmm.
segment, she's mad, but she goes and gives him a kiss, and he goes half-ass kiss, and she keeps walking, and he says, "Are you mad at me?" She keeps walking. Okay,
Hmm.
now shift back to the scene where Taya and Sean are bickering. Taya gets off the couch and just storms off, right? And he still sits there, if I recall, and says nothing. See, this just tells me that it just reinforces that Taya is just the sex partner, and Sean has more respect for Alicia, like overall. Like he sees her as more of a woman because when he talks to Taya, and I think you pointed this out previously that when they talk, it's like a father talking to a daughter. And when she stormed
Hmm.
off, it was more of a father letting his petulant daughter storm out and cool down. That's
Hmm.
the way I've seen this. And it really kind of came full circle to me between these two episodes. And I want to know, did anyone else see the same things I saw?
I am going to put something to you, Jamal, just
Hmm.
based on what you said. And it was with Sean saying that he loved Alicia, right?
Hmm. Okay.
In my opinion, I feel he's a groomer. Case in point,
Okay.
how he got Taya.
Right.
When you're a groomer, You have dived deep into the psychology and the character of who it is that you are targeting. And you know what what to say and do to twist them and bend them to your will and get
Hmm.
what you want from them. He's already figured out that Alicia is she wants to be loved, she wants to be included, all of this. By
Hmm.
telling her that I love you is an easy fix because she caved like a house of cards. Everything was fine and dandy after he said that to her. And he knew that. Do I believe that he loves her? No. He's just basically manipulating her.
Mm.
And
So you think
she's
he?
so starved for attention at this point. She's so starved for attention physically and mentally and emotionally that she would take three little idiot words that Jabba the Hutt told her and get excited and forget about how he's treated her throughout the entire season. This is how insecure this woman is, Alicia.
Agreed. Agreed. But I'm going off the premise of what we've seen versus. And I agree. I see what you're saying, and I can get on board with that. But I'm thinking what we've seen and what they've said without
No,
speculation. Go
no,
ahead.
because when he said that, I wrote it down. Um, he says, I love you. I think she smiles. She's so easy to please. Sean thinks
Mm,
this was a pretty big step in working on their relationship, but he can't wait to get his Crocs back on and head out of there.
mm,
I remember that scene. Because that was where they were at the sex therapist sitting crotch to crotch, right?
right.
I remember seeing that. I remember seeing the facial expressions. These were my thoughts when I was watching it, and I was just like, "What? She fell for that?" But then again, how starved is she that she would fall for that?
It's a fair question.
I agree with Peter watches TV. Alicia, get your children and leave, and forget them last two. Let your husband deal with his illegitimate offspring. I don't think Sean likes anybody in this house, including Alicia. Because if he
Well,
did,
yeah, we know he doesn't like
I mean
Tyler. We
not
know
Alicia,
that.
I mean Taya. I mean Taya, including Taya.
Right.
I don't know. I just don't think he liked anybody.
He just comes across as a user,
Mm-hmm.
like kind of like a homosexual, basically.
He's a flim flam man. He's a grifter. That is what him and Taya are. They are grifters. That's my opinion.
So how do you want to tackle? Okay, well, I know we're
Mm-hmm.
skipping around, but we'll go through everything else. But I do want to.
Mm-hmm.
I want to talk about what was in this situation. I'm talking about what was said and what was heard.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the more interesting part of the scene of the episodes. All right,
Mm-hmm.
so Taya says that she likes her some Lexi, blah
Mm-hmm.
blah 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 blah. They have some fun.
Mm-hmm.
Sean notices that Taya's flirting, Lexi's
Mm-hmm.
flirting. He's like, I know, she's flirting. I know how she flirts. Blah blah blah. I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, okay, fantastic, love it for her. Now Lexi spills the beans, like, I have feelings for you. What are your thoughts? Yada yada. Taya reciprocates, but I have to take you back to the quad. So she has to run back to tell the quad that she has a potential girlfriend on the line, and what they gonna be cool. Basically, she took it back to them to get their permission. She was like, I need your permission, or I'm just gonna sneak and do it anyway. Because I probably she's been doing it over phone for a while, so that's why she took it back to the quad. Now,
Mm-hmm.
here's the thing, though. Tyler damn near lost his mind because of what are you talking about? I'm like, oh, you don't want all her energy to go just to more to you. Got it. Cool. And then Sean, the thing with Sean was like, okay, you know, here's the thing with Sean. Sean wanted to go along with Taya because he knows how Taya is. He knows his wife. Let's be clear about this. Let's be very clear. He knows his wife. He's all she has needs that I can't fulfill. He understands that. But he also understood that he wants to get in a better place with Tyler, so he has a place to stay for a couple more years and not have a job. So he's gonna side with Tyler a little bit, like it's a close quad, yeah, yeah, yeah. Now, Alicia, Alicia's like, well, you know, I think it's a good idea because basically she's all, I'm paraphrasing, basically all of our sexual needs are being met and hers aren't because we can't give her what she needs and it's
Not
not
we,
fair to her.
she.
Shh,
She not licking
wait,
that box.
shh, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Let me set it up. Okay. She's like, it's not fair to her. They'll be deprived her, right? Now, that's what she said, paraphrase, right?
Mm-hmm.
What I heard was is that y'all gonna need to let her get with Lexi because I'm not gonna let her play with my coochie. That's what I heard. That's what I heard. Okay, she's all
Mm-hmm.
like, Taya's not getting none of this good puss, and
Mm-hmm.
let her go shopping elsewhere. It's not happening over here.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I heard. Okay, that's
Mm-hmm.
what I heard. Now
Mm-hmm.
it sounds like you heard the same thing.
Yes, but I heard it
Okay,
a lot raunchier.
yes, you
I'm
did.
not eating out your box, bitch. So let her go somewhere else. But I also I was thinking the reason why Sean initially, I know you think it's because Sean know what his wife want and all of that, but he's also doing it to subtly take a dig at Tyler because he knows Tyler is really infatuated with Taya. So if he could take a jab at Tyler through Taya getting her carpet, mow or her lawn mowed with some other chick, then he's gonna do it.
But in
That's how I
fairness,
feel.
though, but in fairness,
Mm-hmm.
though, to be
Mm-hmm.
like adults here,
Mm-hmm.
um, there's big differences with women and women and women and men. Like Taya is actually into women, and she craves that female contact.
Mm-hmm.
It's with her, it's emotional. You could tell because
Mm-hmm.
can we be honest?
Mm-hmm.
From what we see from Taya, when
Mm-hmm.
she's with Tyler and Sean, there's not that spark there is when she's with Lexi. With Lexi, she's giggly, she's smiley, she's happy. She's like, I'm into her. I just don't think she's into men as much as women on a sexual, emotional level. And that's just, you know what? I know it's 6 episodes. We've only just met Lexi, but just her overall demeanor is very different with Lexi than it is with the guys. That's just what I've noticed.
But I'll agree with you on that because I've said when he got her so young, you're not going to fully know. You could be questioning, but you haven't developed yet. So he
Hmm.
got her and he allowed her to explore her sexuality.
Hmm.
And so now that she's like 6 years in, she's 28 on the show. I think she can determine what she prefers
Hmm.
most. And she's okay with that. I'm okay with that. I think he got her too young. That's my problem. He was so much more older than her. It's creepy for me. And how has he allowed her to explore her sexuality while they've been married? That's also concerning for me. Tyler has formed a very strong attraction to her, because she allows him to do things. But when we went away on the solo date for the night at the little house by the coast, she was repulsed by wanting to do freaky stuff. She was done with it. Now, was she done doing the freaky stuff, or was she just done with Tyler?
Right.
I think Taya should leave too. That's my honest opinion. I think she should leave and leave Sean by himself.
Right.
I don't know. If this is just a weird this is just a weird setup for me. Um, I really think that we need to look at Sean differently. I just do. I'm not comfortable with his actions throughout this season. I'm not comfortable with what he has shared with us regarding his relationship with Taya and their timeline. Y'all know how I feel about Tyler by putting Puss before his family and their safety. Um, oh, Ryan, what'd you miss? Welcome everybody to the chat. Um, you haven't missed much. Wait, Jamal, do you want to run your theory by Ryan to see what she says?
Oh, which one? I'm lost. I forgot what I
The
said.
very first one where you said Sean loved Alicia.
Okay, got it. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That first one. Okay, so basically, I feel that we've heard both Tyler and Sean say they love Alicia, but they neither one of them, from what I've heard, have said they love Taya. I feel they love Alicia as a woman, as a mom, and they more lust after Taya, and they enjoy like the freaky stuff that she does in the sheets. That's just how I see it, and that's how it's played out to me.
I think Tyler loves Alicia, but it's almost turning into a friendship now. Um,
Mm,
I don't think he loves Taya. I think
yeah,
he
no,
lusts after Taya.
agreed.
That's his freak in the sheets. And his I think he sees Alicia more maternally, um, and
More
friendship
than mom,
wise. Yeah.
more than like a mom,
Yeah.
but like my mother, not my baby mom, but my mother, the mother of my children, if that makes sense.
Yeah. But Sean, I don't think he likes anybody. I think he knows what to say to get over on people because I think he has mastered how to emotionally manipulate everyone in this house. That's my feeling on him. But Ryan agrees with you. The two women together make the perfect woman. Really? They do? Oof.
Yes, because it's a balance.
I think for Tyler they do. But for Sean, I can't see him having sex. I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't have sex with Taya either. Because can you imagine her? Like, some days she does look like she's ridden hard and put up to dry.
High heat
But
drive, high heat.
but here's the thing though. I don't think Sean has sex with anybody in that house. Unless he absolutely has to, and it probably is with Alicia to keep her shut up. Um, yeah, I think Taya is the only one that's getting her back blown out, and it's by Tyler. And I'm wondering if he's just exploring things with her and she is tired of him fumbling around with it. I'm just wondering about that too. Maybe that's why she always looks so vexed or exasperated with him. On how Taya acts with her friend. Oh yeah. Um, what was your theory on when Taya brought to the quad, her wanting to explore Lex. And whose side were you on in the end, Jamal? I'm curious about that.
Okay, so the thing is that I feel that there's been a thing between Lexi and Taya for a while, building emotionally, yada yada, right? Because I just
Mm-hmm.
feel Taya's more into women overall.
Mm-hmm.
Like when she has occasional peen itch, there's Tyler and Sean, convenient, right? Lexi's 12 hours a day because she can't get her main be with her the person she wants to be with. Fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
So the only I feel like once Lexi disclosed how she felt, Taya disclosed how she felt. She felt comfortable taking it back to the quad, and the reason why is this: when the producer, remember the producers asked Taya what she into Lexi, right? The
Mm-hmm.
first thing she said was, well, she's 12 hours. Lexi's this, Lexi's that. Lexi's 12
Mm-hmm.
hours away.
Mm-hmm. She never
Basically, that's a
said
yes.
no. Yeah.
Correct. So once she knew, Lexi could possibly be a thing, she felt comfortable taking it back to the quad. And
Mm-hmm.
in my opinion, she already knows she got Lexi on the line. She took it back to the quad just to be like, let me just be respectful of y'all since I'm ending up in y'all good house and not paying no rent. Let me tell you how I'm feeling, how Lexi's feeling. So she only did that to be respectful. In my opinion, even if they say no, she's gonna do what she want to do anyway because she's grown. That's just my take on it. Now, Tyler has an issue. You see, he damn near jumped up through the roof. Tell him, what you mean? Are we gonna open it
Mm-hmm.
up for everybody? It's not fair. It's not fair. You sound like a child who has to share his toy.
Exactly.
Tyler, like, get over yourself. Sean sitting back like, yeah, I know who my wife is. This is how she is. No, but to Tyler's point, and when he said to Tyler's point or whatever, he
Mm-hmm.
means that I have no job and no income. I need a place to stay. And we need to be in a better place so I don't get kicked out. I had to
Mm-hmm.
side with him a little bit. So that's what he did. He's like, he has a point to where we can't just open the rules for one person. Now, shift over to Alicia.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, Alicia was all for Taya going out and being with Lexi because she's like, I'm not doing nothing with your box. Zero, none, it's not gonna happen. I'm not touching yours, you're not touching mine.
Mm-hmm.
Run free, Taya, run free. And that's just the way I see it.
It could be also that she's like, oh, this is an opportunity for me to get an extra night with my husband.
I didn't look at it that way.
Because she knows his affection and his attraction to Taya. She said it. She's jealous. So why not let Taya go off with Lex and do what they got to do? And she will console her husband on that night because she know that Sean ain't gonna sniff around her.
Oh, now that you brought that up, to think about it. If she does go hang out with Lexi,
Mm-hmm.
she's gonna be gone for at least 24 hours because it's 12 hours each way.
Mm.
12 hours each way, and no, why is she gonna drive
Oh
12
my god!
hours for an overnight trip? Shut up. She's gonna be at least there a good 3 days.
I
So,
just had a thought. Oh
okay.
my god! What if they open up the quad to Chris and Lex so they can have 10 children up in there, make it a compound, and
Hey,
they all around with the three couples. That's season two. There you go. Boom! I
yes.
wrote it. Give me my percentage. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Oh, and Alicia feels like she likes kind of likes the swirl, and she starts spending more time with Chris. So then,
Mm-hmm.
then Tyler would lose Alicia to Chris, and then Taya to Lexi,
Mm.
and then it would just be him and Sean. Could you imagine?
Oh my god, that'd be a good season two. But probably Chris and his wife have something that the Reddit will find.
Exactly.
Ah. Taya having another love of me's actually would have more time with her husband. Yeah, yeah. I agree with you, Ryan. I agree with you. Tyler sounded like a child, but he wasn't wrong. No, the way how the emotions emitting while he
Yes.
was making his point made him seem childish, like he was about ready to stomp his foot. He was in such a tizzy. But what he said was like, if we allow her, just her,
Right.
to go off and explore this, that's going to offset the schedule that we have, right? And then that's not fair to the rest of us. So why are we only making allowance for one when it's four of us in this group? Are we now saying if we are allowing Taya to open up the quad and go explore, does that mean that the other three can open up for exploration as well? AKA, I want to go back out there and swing. And that should scare
I think
Alicia.
right, and I think Tyler kind of told on himself too in a way. Because the way he was acting, so when he was talking about the opening up the quad, he felt like, I potentially turned down connections for this. And I was like, excuse me, sir? You did what? Where are these connections at? Can you tell me? I have a feeling he's been sniffing around some other people, or he's had sniffers, and he's like, oh no no no, I'm in a quad. Like we don't do that. I, I, I mean
Mm.
that's my thought. Because here's the thing though.
Hi,
You
Sartu.
he reacted too emotionally to this. Because to
Mm-hmm.
me it wasn't a big deal. Because I agree with Tyler on the sense of if we're gonna open it for one, we open it for all. We have to set up new rules.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with that, but it was too emotional. I was more with Alicia, like, well, we're all having our sexual needs met, but Taya isn't because, well, I'm not going to service her
Yeah,
in that way.
but that was a selfish comment on her part in two
It
ways.
was,
One,
but
I'm not
but I
going to
still
do
agree with
it.
her.
And two, I want more time with my husband because he's the only person in this family that actually treats me with kindness. Um, but in this scene, Tyler was very possessive of Taya, very possessive.
Of his
Just like
sexual,
how
of his
he's very possessive of her two children.
he's
Because did you
possessive
look
of
at
Taya.
huh? Uh-huh.
He's possessive of Taya as an object.
Mm-hmm. But then it also brings into account the children because when she brought up the DNA blood type thing,
Hmm.
did you see his face?
Yes,
And did you see Sean's face? He was smirking. He was smirking. He
I think
liked that it was hurting Tyler. Tyler couldn't even talk.
right, but see, okay, devil's advocate here. Tyler likes to think of himself as the fertile one. Let's be clear. Like
Mm-hmm.
Tyler, okay, to put this petty way, Tyler likes being the pretty one of the men. I'll put it that way. He does.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, okay, I have a job, I make money, I have, I had two kids before you. I'm more attractive in my opinion. Like he does feel like he's better than Sean, like all around.
Mm-hmm.
He does, and
Yeah.
he likes being the pretty one. He really does.
Mm-hmm.
And so for it to for one of the children possibly not to be his, like what do you mean? It has to be
Yeah.
mine. I'm a
Mm-hmm.
better. So I feel like Tyler has that in him, but he doesn't say it until so he's like an asshole.
I will agree with you on that because he was feeling himself when he thought he had confirmation on the last baby because then
Right.
that validated his speculation on the other two toddlers because remember when he stood up a couple of episodes ago and was saying, he was saying, one has a cowlick and one has a dimples,
Right.
and both, and I have those things, and those are hereditary. I can't remember exactly what, but yeah, he was placing markers on the other children, the toddlers, and saying why they look like him because of hereditary traits. And I agree with you on that. He is cocksure of himself, that he is the stud of that house. That's why he was so butthurt when I don't know why these people don't use Google. The first thing I did was use Google in the original episode where this was the problem. This is so
Right.
dumb. Oh my
Okay,
god.
waiting. I'm read a couple of
Uh-huh.
comments real quick. So Ryan says, aren't they really in two overlapping throuples since the dude aren't doing one another and they just tolerate each other? True. Ryan
Mm-hmm.
said Tyler possessed Otea's kids because he knows they're his.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan has how old Tyler? How was it? Isn't Tyler like 36, 38 or something
Something
in
like
that
that.
range?
Yeah.
And Wendy said they so offended by anyone who doesn't support their lifestyle. Excuse me, but don't give a damn about destroying their kids' relationships with family. Agreed.
Yep.
Ryan says Tyler also owns the farm.
Yep.
And Wendy makes another good point. But why tolerate when you could just find another couple who's into it? Makes no sense to me at all to let someone you don't even like raise your kids and sleep with your partner. Agreed on that one. I do have to agree with that
I
one.
think that's the fatal flaw of their setup. It is the men can't even get along, and the women can't get along neither. It is a lie that Alicia and Taya are friends.
Right. We know that.
Mm-hmm.
They don't even really interact. So,
Nope.
and little Letty says, "Well, wouldn't Tyler be the more fertile one if Sean supposedly had a vasectomy a while ago? The one they claimed he had on the show was supposedly his second one. Well, damn.
Well, yeah. So they didn't tell us about the first one because we found
Right.
out about that on Reddit. So
Yes.
apparently, when Taya was pregnant, the two boys went and got a vasectomy.
Right.
And I thought it was really shady, that vasectomy scene. Um, when Alicia was asking Sean, did he read the instructions that they sent home with him? He got pissed at her and she
Yes.
walked off crying. But when Taya asked him about it after getting, after having sex that morning, because it was still his time, and then she had to finish him off, I guess, to for the sample.
Right.
Here's the thing though, I he didn't have anything to say to her when she asked him the same fucking question. Did you read the instruction
Right.
pamphlet? He was nicer to her than he was to Alicia. And that makes me feel that you was up to something low down. And we all know that when you're going to do sperm count, or if you're going to do that final test for the vasectomy to make sure that there are no active swimmers in your semen, right? Those instructions say you're not supposed to have, his instructions said, don't have sex for 3 days.
Exactly.
And he still whacked, busted a nut with her that morning. So that nullifies the results. That nullifies the
Right.
results.
And if you
And
and
then
my thing is
we,
though, if you've had a vasectomy was if you have a vasectomy before, then you already know that as well. So we,
but
we can't forget that.
when he was at the office, he said to them, um, I had sex this morning. That was okay, right? Did we ever hear the answer?
I don't recall.
Thank you very much. I don't know. I think they're just wasting Tyler and Alicia's money. Because how much you
Agreed.
want to bet? Like who health insurance they on? Who paid for that baby? Who paid for Taya babies? Who health insurance she on? I want to know.
Good. That's a very good question, actually.
Cause her bum broke husband can't keep a job. Very interesting.
I mean, okay, I think we've gone through over everything, but the father part. What were your thoughts on the father? With them not wanting him to come around, not being invited over, blah 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 blah.
I really didn't have a an opinion on the father's time in which he processes what his daughter and son-in-law are doing.
Hmm.
That's his opinion. I had a problem with Sean and Taya demanding an apology because
Thank
their
you.
kids,
Okay.
how he wrote his name on their kids Christmas cards. Like, you want an apology for that, and what does Sean say? But I don't really care about your that he's your dad. However, y'all can't stand here demanding apologies from her daddy when Sean won't even apologize for the way how he dismantled Tyler over you not Googling, bruh, with the blood types. You can't be demanding apologies when y'all can't give apologies yourselves. And that's her dad. And you trying to sever him from her life is unreasonable to me. And if I was her, I'd be going to see my daddy all the time, especially because your mom is not there. And I thought it was particularly brutal of Sean when they were in their one on one on the couch together. And he said, um, are you feeling this way because your father is getting up in years and he might not be here for too much longer, kind of stuff? And that girl jumped up off of that couch and ran. You already know she must have some sort of trauma from losing her mom. And now reinforcing that her daddy is old and two steps from the grave and that you might be pushing him in. What the fuck is going on with Sean? That's how I felt about that. I do not like these people. I do not like any of the adults on this show. And I pray for all the children. And I can't believe I'm sitting here trying to create season two, bringing in more people into the mess.
And then my whole thing is this. Okay, he's her father, so he's a more old school gentleman, right?
Mhm.
Like if like the thing is, if your daughter did not birth the children in question, right? How was he supposed to have some emotional connection to them? To them, to him, they're not his blood.
Mhm.
So how are you going to expect him to treat Taya's kids, the kids Taya's birth, like the same way as the kids that his daughter birthed? That makes no sense because it's not like Taya is like a sister wife, like like she married to like she
Mhm.
married to like Tyler, like whatever, right? So I didn't understand the argument there. I really didn't. I was more on the grandfather side, only because I'm taking account like how he was raised and how he must look at it, and that's the
Mhm.
whole thing. None of them, Tay and Sean did not look at it from his standpoint. So, like, you know what? We could see how he could feel this way, but our hope is that he would learn to love them as like his own. That was never said. It was about our feelings are hurt. He's
Mhm.
wrong. He wronged us. We deserve an apology. I'm like, he don't know you either. If we
No,
want to talk about it,
well, for them, it's also like they always go real fast. They're not accepting our lifestyle. But
right?
what if Alicia's daddy is looking at it like how me and you are? Okay, y'all, it's one thing when y'all was going out here on the weekends and getting your freaks on and then washing up and coming home and resuming normal family life. It's one thing. But you picked up these two losers,
Strays.
these two grifters on Craigslist, and okay, do your business away from the children. But now you have
Hmm.
moved the two grifters into your home,
Right.
in with my grandchildren.
Hmm.
And y'all doing this bullshit, switching rooms with pillows and all of that in front of my grandchildren. letting them see what's going on with my grandchildren. And then on top of that, you bringing in more babies into this. That's how the grandpa is seeing this. It's not
Exactly. I agree with you
computed.
on that.
Who are these two grifters that ain't got no jobs, that have deviated you? I didn't raise you like this, Alicia. And I'm just like, if I was a parent, I'd be really, really concerned. And how much you want to bet if this continues, they manage to, if they can't get Sean and Taya as alternate parents or whatever, how
Hmm.
much you want to bet Taya's mom as the only grandparent that accepts everybody? How much you want to bet she gonna get the kids? Like they're gonna find a way to take access from Tyler and Alicia's families away from those kids,
Hmm.
because don't
Real
forget
quick.
his
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. Go
parents
ahead.
ain't really into it neither.
Exactly. I want to go back to Wendy's
Hmm.
comment.
Which one?
Okay, it says my brother is like that about his stepkids. Sorry, but I haven't known those kids since birth like I have my nephew. Expecting family to equate blood with your slam pieces kids is insane. Little Lady says, I feel like Sean doesn't care because he doesn't associate with his family. Fair. And Taya family agrees with whatever she does. True. If I were Alicia, I would not stop interacting with my father. Agreed.
Hmm.
Go see your father. Go see your father. Here's the
Hmm.
thing. Go see your father and take your children with you. That's my opinion.
Hmm.
Ryan says, and no one's required to agree with your lifestyle. You can't control how other people feel.
Yeah.
Little Lady says, I feel like this quad just feels like everyone's supposed to agree with everything they're doing. Yes. Look at how they got mad at the first attorney for telling them how the law works. Wendy says, Grandma is gone. Now can't see Grandpa because parents are freaks. Yep. Little Lady says, also, do you believe the second attorney? Here, okay, I'll start here. I
The
do
second
believe this.
attorney, no, she. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
So I was gonna say yes. It's possible because this does happen in law.
Hmm.
Lawyers don't have to tell you everything. They
Hmm.
can just some lawyers will tell you what they want you to know based on their own biases. I'm not saying this is what this.
Hmm.
I'm not saying what the. I'm not saying that's what the first lawyer did, but I have heard of that happening. Um,
Hmm.
to finish this off, I just told them what they wanted to hear and not the truth. How can one lawyer say one thing and then another lawyer says something different? Law is law.
It's also subject to interpretation.
That too.
Hmm.
Which is where you have to understand where biases could come in because
Hmm.
remember the second attorney says she grew up in a hippie commune type situation where
Hmm.
villages raised its kids, so yeah, she's going to interpret the law differently than the first attorney would. That's just my opinion on it.
I felt like she was very flim flammy though, because it was like towards the end where she says, "We'll just keep trying." She made it seem to me that she was going to be like getting them for every dime that Alicia and Tyler have, because we all know that Sean and Taya ain't paying for nothing.
Right, that and she want to become famous by making this a case study.
Right. And they showed her name, her law firm and all of that. She got a lot of promotion. The first lawyer,
Yes.
not so much. But the first lawyer was going by the law and said, for you to do what you want to do, first of all, y'all come in here asking for the wrong thing. Secondly, to do what you're asking, you're going to have to change state law. It's
Right.
not going to happen, and it's not going to be easy. The second one said, oh, we can do this. We can find a workaround, and we'll just keep trying until a judge says yes.
Right.
What? Girl, that sounds real fucking expensive to me, and it wouldn't be on out of my pocketbook. But of course, the two
Exactly.
people that had the biggest smiles on their face was the two brokies, Sean and Taya. Think about it. Think back to that scene when they was when Sean was getting up from the table to leave, and Taya, while she was sitting at the table, them two had the biggest smiles on their face. I don't understand this. I don't understand this. This is very this TLC. Y'all need to take this show off the air unless y'all gonna pay me my percent for my story idea for season 2. I wonder if Alicia's dad is aware of all the allegations against Sean and Tyler, like Tyler's sister is. I want to know when Tyler's sister found out about
Right.
the allegations. That's what I want to find out. Hey, Tracy. What I miss? Everything. Love you. What else? Those knuckleheads aren't going to change any laws. If anything, they're making a case against it. Yes. Grandparents should be included in that village, not strangers you hook up with. Okay, you got a point there. That new lawyer needed some conditioner. Ooh. Okay. How can't Taja's family just take the kids? Huh? I mean, if
Um,
Alicia's father or Tyler's family pressed to get DNA tests and the kids were proven to be Tyler's, wouldn't Alicia's family have rights to them? Yeah, because they'd be
yes,
grandparents.
they'd be grandparents. Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah. So how can Taya's family just take the kids? Yeah. Okay. If everyone's alive, yes, they could theoretically. Taya's family could take the children if they wanted to. Now, like you said, if Alicia's father or Tyler family pressed to get DNA tests and something happens to them, yes, Tyler and Alicia's family have rights to them.
Hmm. But if they put into their, if Alicia and Tyler put into their last will and testament, like directives on custodies that who they want to raise their children, and
That
put
pretty much
that,
makes
yeah, that then they would be the grandparents would be sharing custody with, say, whoever they assign. So it's a court battle no matter what.
exactly.
Um, unless they will the kids to Taya and her family if they die. Yeah,
Because here's the
yeah.
thing, though, and this is a more morbid way of thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Think of it this way, and I'm going back to what you said about why is it being spoken about in terms of if something happens to Tyler and Alicia.
Mm-hmm.
Now, should something happen to them, and it's written they want Taya and Sean to raise the kids,
Mm-hmm.
that means that all of their assets will be under Sean and Taya's control until those kids mature. I'll put it
Not
that way.
necessarily. I think if they put an executor in charge
Right.
of the estate and it's not the numbnuts,
Like,
it would be an issue.
no, but I think they will put the numbnuts in control. That's where
Oof.
I'm going.
Oof.
That's that's where I'm going with this. I think they will put the numbnuts in charge.
Mm. Wouldn't it be funny if Sean waited long enough till Raina became 18 so that he could divorce Taya and marry her to get the farm?
Okay, that's some system wiseness right there.
I'm just saying. I don't put it past him. Um, but the grandpa could fight a will and testament and win given Sean's allegations. Yes, yes. It'll get dirty. It will get dirty. I'm hoping that Tyler and Alicia wake up because they keep on talking about Tyler and Alicia. What will happen if they pass away? No one is talking about what would happen to the other two kids that Taya had if something were to happen to her and Sean. And look at Sean. He is a Cheddar Bay biscuit away from a heart attack. And Alicia ain't too much worse off after that. Why are they only focusing on the demise of Tyler and Alicia? They could get Sean and Taya could get hit by a bus tomorrow. What's going to happen
Okay,
to their kids?
right. Real quick. Okay, little lady said. So what my question was in reference was earlier something, and Debbie said something happened to Alicia and Tyler that Taya's family would get the kids. I was asking, couldn't Tyler and Alicia's family challenge that? Okay, yeah, the family could challenge, but it would come down to paternity. So I get what you're saying now.
Yeah.
It's everything with that's the thing. That's the thing with something like this. It's all it comes down to the courts, and you know, it's yeah, it would be real messy, and I would hate to see the kids split apart at this point. Personally, I think never mind. I would say maybe find the kids a new family. I mean, I
Yeah,
mean,
Chris and
you know what I
Lex.
mean? Like find a new family.
Chris and Lex. I say put them up there. Cheddar Bay biscuit. Oh, I said that's the first thing that popped in my head, Wendy. You know why? Because I've never had one. And Ryan was laughing at me. Ryan and Tracy were laughing at me because I've never had a Cheddar Bay biscuit. Jamal,
Hmm? What's there?
do you find that strange that I've never had a Cheddar Bay biscuit?
I've never had one either, to be completely honest.
See? Oh my God. See, I'm not that strange.
I don't know what Cheddar Bay is. Hold on.
What is it? It's the one that Lobster has. The Lobster restaurant that's filing for bankruptcy.
Oh, Red Lobster?
Yes. Are those Cheddar Bay biscuits? I don't like that place. I was shocked and heartbroken.
Oh,
Oh,
the Red Lobster biscuits. Yeah, everybody knows about the Red Lobster. That's the reason why you
what's
go to Red
wrong?
Lobster.
Yeah,
Actually,
Ryan want to know what's wrong with you people.
okay, I didn't know they call it. Okay, so here we don't call them Cheddar Bay biscuits. We call them the Red Lobster cheese biscuits.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
yeah, I've
then
had
it is
those.
just me. Okay, it is just me.
I
I
mean,
was
that's the only reason you go to Red Lobster is for the cheese biscuits. That's pretty much it.
the lobster restaurant. Yeah, I don't go to that place. How have
But
you
see,
not had Red
Debbie's
Lobster Cheddar Bay
bougie.
biscuits? I told you when I was in my teens, I went and I got very, very sick. Now, my teens are a bit further back than some of you, but I got very sick and I never went back to the place. So, yeah, it's been deleted from my brain. Just like how I don't eat at Olive Garden and
Oh,
I don't eat at Panda
okay,
Express.
okay,
Am I
y'all.
making this
Um,
worse?
thank you, thank you for joining the stream today. I think we have to cut this off because Debbie has just really just gone off at the end. Like, wait, Olive, I mean, you could diss Red Lobster, okay, but leave the biscuits alone. But we're not gonna play with Red Lobster. We don't no, we're not gonna play with Olive Garden and Panda Express now. We're just not gonna do those type of things
I don't do those establishments.
again. This is where your bouginess shows.
But it's not real Italian food.
You know what? Does it say the Olive Garden, the real Italian restaurant? It does not say that.
Yeah, but the
It does
Italian
not
place I
say
go
that.
to don't say that neither. It just
Well,
tastes better because like the pasta's done fresh. I know.
again, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna come down to I'm gonna come down to Florida, and I'm gonna find me a Panda Express that makes goat roti, and I'm gonna bring you a goat roti from Panda. You ain't gonna know the difference. Oh, yeah, don't mess with Panda Express now. Leave them alone.
No, I'm gonna take you to my Trini place where they have real goat roti, and you will never go back to whatever it is that you found at Panda Express that is pretending to be a goat roti. And questionable, what? Okay, never mind. We're not gonna do that. Just
Okay,
look,
okay,
I don't do
Ryan.
Taco Bell. I don't do the sandwich place that you like, the tuna footlaw. I don't do that. I I gave look, my one sin was McDonald's, and bitch, I gave that up at the first of the year. And I'm still going strong.
Now, Ryan. Now, with Olive Garden, you gotta catch the chicken fettuccine Alfredo on a good night, and they
You see,
brisket.
you said it there. On a good night.
Correct. I know what that good night is too. Thank you. Thursday
Is
night. Appreciate you.
that when they open the can?
What you mean can? It's a bag now, isn't it?
I don't know. Maybe it's too bougie for Walmart too. No, they have it. They have it at Costco. They have it
Little
at
lady
Costco.
says, Little lady
Yes,
says, wait,
like
what
so
restaurant did
ancient.
you?
I am.
She said, wait, what restaurant did you say? Oh, little lady, that was Cracker Barrel. Debbie said she loves her a good Cracker Barrel mac and cheese. There you go.
No, I've never been to Cracker Barrel either. I don't do IHOP. What's the other place
Oh,
where they always
Debbie
be
only,
fighting?
Debbie only does Bisquick pancakes, y'all.
I don't like
Fresh out the box.
pancakes. I don't like pancakes. I love me a Belgian waffle. I get it from my diner up the road. I don't know. It's your family here. I guess I'm used to what I grew up on. Oh, come to New York for that good roadie bus up shot. Oh my God. And you got to come early for the doubles. I always miss the doubles. Taco Bell is for drunk high schoolers and college students. You know, I
The Mexican pizza. I'm sorry. I will. That's the one. The Mexican pizza, the
ain't that
Baja
bougie.
Blast, and the cinnamon twist. We gonna go there.
Okay, I agree with Ryan. Fettuccine Alfredo isn't even real
Oh,
Italian.
I know that. I know that. Just like burritos aren't real Mexican food. I understand that.
I had the worst stomach pain the last time I had IHOP. Let me tell you,
Oof.
the last time I went to IHOP, them bitches took my credit card number.
Are you serious?
Yes, I had to file
Wow.
a police report and everything. Uh-uh. Uh-uh. Because that's how I wound up on some list with the FBI because it was some ring down here that my card got messed up in, and they busted the IHOP out in
See,
Miramar for it.
thank you, Wendy. Wendy knows what's up. Mexican pizza, taco salad, and cinnamon twist. Yep.
Okay, Mexican pizza, taco salad, and cinnamon. I don't even know what that is. And has
Ooh.
Taco Bell started actually putting real meat in their stuff, or are they still using that pink stuff?
We're gonna leave the magic of Taco Bell to the elves, please. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
I
Oh,
love
the
their
chicken
chicken
chalupa.
chalupas.
Yes.
What is a chalupa? See, I'm not
It's
real
a
big on Mexican food,
it
so
that's do not call Taco Bell Mexican food. It's American fast food. Don't do this to the
I don't
Mexicans.
know.
But chalupa
I
is
will
like oh, it's
occasionally
like
have a
soft
nacho.
taco. Oh, it's so good. Those are really, really good.
What is a nacho bel grande?
Fancy nachos.
Oh, yeah, no. I do not partake. I do not partake. Then there's that other place, Panera's. Don't do that either. Although, if they have fresh Asiago bagels with honey butter, and there isn't what's the name of that bagel place, Einstein's, if there isn't an Einstein's nearby, I will get an Asiago bagel from them. See, there you go. There's one place that's fast food that I might eat something from.
Oh, okay. Burritos are most popular. Oh, I remember
Burritos
growing.
are
They
real
used to tell. They used to
Mexican.
tell us that they used to tell us burritos weren't real Mexican food. That American made. Oh, you know something new every day. People lie.
Oh. No, it's just
Yes,
Americans like to appropriate what ain't theirs.
true.
Baja Blast frozen. Oh, that's a drink.
Yes,
Oh,
Yes, the
Wait,
frozen drink is really good.
don't they serve Mountain Dew there?
Yes.
Do y'all know that that is like, what are y'all drinking with Mountain Dew? That's not safe.
Oh, Debbie,
Apple salad is
like
good.
nothing
Mhm.
about fast food is safe. That's why we eat it and drink it. Okay, thank you.
Okay, a chalupa is a deep fried, fluffy tortilla shell filled with meat of choice, lettuce, tomato, and cheese. I prefer chicken and my in mine since I don't eat red meat. Oh, interesting.
Little lady, now do you like yours with their hot sauce? Because I'm not their hot sauce works very well with for their food. I'll put it that way.
Oh, wait. So it's hot sauce and it's not pepper sauce.
Correct.
Okay, so then that's mild. All right,
Correct.
so
For you,
you like
yes.
ice
Not all
fries,
of
you
us
like
not
Coast.
all of us walk around with Scotch bonnets hot sauce in our purse. Okay, Debbie? We can't handle that.
Oh, I'm trying a Scotch bonnet pepper sauce from Trader Joe's that I got, and it's really good. It's from South Africa. I think it
Oh.
has something in it that I'm slightly allergic to because
Ugh.
around my lips get very tingly when I'm eating it.
Mhm.
But it could be like a citric acid or something like that that's in it. Because I get the same reaction from fresh pineapple. Um,
Oh yes.
Tastes very good, and it has a sustained burn. So I like it. Highly recommend it, and it was cheap. Kosi. I'm not sure what Kosi is, but I'll try it if I ever see it in my travels. Tex-Mex Baja Blast is Mountain Dew flavor. Yeah, I'm not drinking that neither. What y'all making for dinner? I need ideas. Y'all making me hungry. I think I'm gonna have a pizza, a frozen
Uh,
pizza.
I think chicken. I think chicken and rice for me.
Um, oh, Jamal, I saw you on your IG. You're doing your what was it, a treadmill?
Yeah.
I want to do it too. You should get us all involved.
I mean, like like my building, our building has like a small gym, so I'm kind of back on my fitness kick now that mom is like kind of on the mend. She's trending more upward.
Mhm.
I feel like I'm kind of like actually focused now. So yeah, for the next couple of months, it's gonna be like very few carbs, and like y'all pray for me. God,
Mhm.
I love me a good carb, but carbs are my weakness. I don't really have self control without putting limiters.
So if you are coming off the carbs, that means you're going to be extra cranky, and you are going to
No,
be you're
I've been through this
ripping these
before
people
though.
apart.
No, I've been through this before, so I kind of know. I believe me, I've done this before. The first time was a complete crash out.
Mhm.
So I kind of know how to manage it. Like um, I can have about 70 grams of carbs per day, which is solid. I can make that work. And I
Mhm.
have like I'm learning to cook. Now I'm gonna figure out how to use this air fryer.
Thank
And I
you,
have to go
little lady. We
and I have to
appreciate
go to
that.
and I have to
Uh-huh.
go to and I have to go to like our we have a place called Farmer Joe's out here, and I go to the deli and I have to pick up our meats for the week and cook on Sunday.
Oh, so for your air fryer, is it one with the basket?
You know what? It's still in the plastic, so it's
Did
big and
you?
it's white.
Hmm. So
So I'm going to read
did
the
you get
manual.
like the parchment paper inserts for easier cleanup and all that jazz?
Oh, I will see what came with it. So my aunt
Hmm.
gave it to us, so I got to see
Hmm.
what actually came with it. Oh yeah, we definitely gonna
Hmm.
use the little papers or the little foil or whoever goes in there is gonna be used.
Yes, Amazon, get them. It really makes for easier cleanup. Because although I don't have one of the basket ones, I have like a Breville that has the air fryer setting. I get
Mhm.
those parchment paper or wax paper inserts to go in the basket, and it's just so much easier for cleanup.
Right.
Um, Yay! Let me get in the kitchen and start on my chickpea. I'm coming over.
Oh,
DSJ, I have Tupperware. I'll be coming over. Thank you. Please and thank you. Thank you. What are you making with the chickpea curry? Are you doing potato or are you doing rice? And what kind of rice you doing? Is it jasmine or is it basmati? Um, I just need to know these things. But otherwise, just set aside some for me and Jamal. Leave out all the carbs for him. Thank
Right.
you. And what did Tracy say here? I don't understand. It makes my mouth burn. It's really good in the same sentence.
Okay, there's certain things. Okay, Tracy, there's certain things. Now, I'm not a spicy ear person, but there's certain things that it may not make sense. Like some things do not taste good. Easiest example: Popeyes classic chicken versus Popeyes spicy. Um, Throw Popeyes classic in the trash. It's horrible.
Wait,
It's
which one in the
horrible.
trash? Which one you throwing away?
Original. You always get the spicy
Oh,
chicken. And there are some things I'm trying to think. What was it? Oh, like some barbecue sauces, right?
thank
Some barbecue
you.
sauces, some people's mild barbecue sauce is not good, but you get that real spicy one, and you know it's gonna tear your mouth up, and you're gonna be screaming. That's why you get the Pepto Bismol ready and a gallon of milk, and you just suffer through it. Debbie, I understand what you're saying.
No, for me, it's not the heat that's the problem.
Well, you were
It's
raised on like 150,000 degree peppers, so of course not.
shut up. Okay, you and Tracy are just ganging up on me today. Thank you, Tracy. You can buy the liners at Dollar Tree, but Debbie wouldn't know that. Damn right, I wouldn't know that. Leave me alone.
See, Ryan understands. Ryan and Tracy understand. Popeye's
Popeye's
original is
original is
nothing.
nothing. I've
It
never
isn't.
had the original.
Don't ever do it. Mm-mm.
Okay, so don't laugh at me for this. I never tried Popeyes until the sandwich came out, and I think when the spicy sandwich came out, it was like a year and a half after y'all was beating each other up for it. Did I go and try it?
Oh, well, wait. Okay, but when I have Popeyes, I always get the regular chicken and then get the packets of the Cajun spice. Got it.
Oh, the spicy chicken is too hot for you? It's not even spicy. Cause I come home and I put pepper sauce on it.
You put pepper sauce on everything, though. You put pepper sauce on your buttered rice. What are you talking about? Tell
Does
me I'm wrong.
everybody?
Thank
Does
you.
every like you put
My
it on
point.
your eggs in for breakfast? Like okay.
Thank you. Point taken.
I've never tried the Popeyes chicken sandwich.
It's really good.
The spicy one is good.
Yes.
It's the only thing that, and the potato chips is what I've had. I haven't explored anything more on their menu.
It's just the sandwich is the only thing that's worth anything, to be completely
The
honest.
bread is really good. I'm not a bread person, but whatever kind, I think they use like a pretzel style bread. It's very
Depending where you
nice.
go. Oh, also get the frozen mango lemonade. That's really good too.
They have drinks there.
Yes,
I don't get any drinks.
Debbie, trust me on that. Get the frozen mango or the frozen strawberry lemonade.
I gotta
You
go in
won't.
the hood to get that. Like they don't have those things. I'd be surprised if they had a Fanta. Let me tell you a joke about the last time I went to Popeyes. This is how much I was feeding that spicy chicken sandwich. I placed my order at the box, and well, I was waiting to place my order. The woman had her microphone on, and she started off on a conversation with her boss, cursing him the fuck out about how she has to always pick up for her other coworkers who'll be calling out sick or be dicking him down in the back instead of being at their stations and working them. And then she hung up on him and called her good friend and started telling her in Jamaican patois what all be going on down there and the burden she have at the drive-through window. And like There's cars backing up. Nobody is honking because everybody is hearing this conversation.
Right.
And I'm like, wow, what is going 15 minutes later, she finally realizes that she got a job to do. And her boss is calling her nonstop on her cell phone and the office phone. And she said, I'm not taking it. I got people at the window. And she put her phone on silence, and then she took my order. And so I get up to the window to pay for it. And I'm smiling. And she's like, you heard that? I said, every blessed word. Have a good day. And thank you for giving me my food. And I drove off. I was like, wait, what? She let everybody know, especially her boss, what he be doing in there and that they are taking advantage of her good Christian nature.
Right. Tracy says, I'm poor. I've even bought steak and imitated crap from Dollar Tree and called service. You do what you gotta do. That's absolutely
Oh,
true. I
that's
sure back
good.
when I was young, my mom used to make spam and eggs, and that would be one of my favorite things she
I
would make.
love me some imitation crab. You can get it in bulk from Costco. It makes a really good seafood salad with like baby shrimp. I love it. Called it serpentura. If you do what you gotta do, yep. I'm poor too. I just like good things. I I was meant to be in a different socioeconomic bracket.
Yes, you were. I do agree with that. I do. I, I do agree with that.
You can buy drinks by the gallon. From where? From Popeyes? Oh my. Who can drink a gallon of drink? I always have water with me, so that's okay. They have drinks there to every family. I don't ever order drinks. I'm so sick. I don't know. Maybe I'm different. They have gallons of lemonade and sweet tea. Oh my God. Dinner and entertainment. Yes. Yes. It was perfect. I can't afford Costco 20 pounds of crab. It's not 20 pounds of crab. It's just like 3 packets. And like I would do a whole packet if I'm having like seafood salad for the week. And that was like I haven't bought it since I'm not cooking for me and my mom anymore. Now that it's just me, I just buy it from Publix, like pre-made, um,
Yeah.
and be done with it. Um, a jug of lemonade. Wow. But there are billionaires and millionaires that prefer fast food. Well, good for them. Like, let me tell you, it's been a struggle this entire year. I have been stressed out to the max, and I cannot go and get my favorite stress food, which is McDonald's French fries. I used to pick up and leave from my house and go and buy just the order of McDonald's French fries whenever I was feeling like, "Urgh." And I can't do that anymore.
Why?
I said I wasn't supporting McDonald's, and I finally like
Oh,
said, enough is enough. I'm just not going to do it. So I just don't go to any fast food places anymore. Like I've substituted, like I used to love their chicken nuggets. Now I've substituted with chicken nuggets from Costco. That could be an
wow.
alternative for dinner tonight. I mean, yes, imitation crab meat from Aldi. I've tried that one too. I haven't had it in a long time though. Oh, you just gave me an idea, Ryan. I might go and get some this weekend. Can I tell you I can't wait for this week to be over? Oh my God. I just
Same.
can't.
All right, y'all. I'm sorry to cut the short, but I do have to get
Yes.
back to work.
Yes.
We've gone over on a food rant, and it's been
I know.
wonderful.
All right, guys. So we'll see you next week. Have a wonderful weekend. Hopefully, well, we'll have Sister Wives for sure. And hopefully Tammy gets her surgery since they gave us not a rerun, but yeah, kind of a rerun this week. So we'll have 2 shows next week. More to come. Jamal, until next time.
Of course.
All right, guys. Have a great weekend. Bye.